the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, and the Baltimore Ravens. With that, let's get up to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. There to call all the action, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. And now an introduction here to the starting 11 on offense.
Let's take a look at Willie Snead, wide receiver, undrafted coming into the league. He's the quintessential coach's son. Knows how to play the game so well and plays it with joy.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2. So much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, a Baltimore native, Tavon Austin. So here are the Cowboys under head coach Jason Garrett as they get set for their first opportunity. It's the Mississippi State product at quarterback. Calling the shots will be Dak Prescott. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
You got it. You got it.
The offensive starters now for the Cowboys.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit every time I think about Zach Martin and the controversy, air quotes there, about him being picked by the Cowboys, because many thought that another player was going to be picked in that spot, but they made the right call in getting Zach Martin. Versatile player, played guard and tackle in college, and uses that versatility to his great advantage in the NFL. Immediately was an all-pro and continues to play to that level.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott, and he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the counter, Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Picked a good time to blitz. Left the ball carrier with no options.
Reminds me of our production meeting with the defensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? When we're playing the game right, we dictate the terms. I think we just saw a terrific example of it, didn't we?
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield.
Brandon, when you and I sit down and play chess, you're always winning. So I've got to figure out how to get that done. But we're watching a real chess match today between the offense and the defense. And on that play, called a draw, the defense ended up winning.
Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Prescott from the gun. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So the Cowboys will punt it on 4th down. As on is the veteran Chris Jones to kick it away. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Complete to Mark Ingram. That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Watching your guys. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch it go.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run from the pistol with Ingram. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, partner, I haven't seen a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the gun, it's Jackson, sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer. Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson has got it to Ingram, complete.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Face mask. Defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Snead as they run the jet sweep. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
And he is into to the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
Earl Thomas has the speed, quickness, and skills to be a cornerback in the NFL, and I think he would have been a good one. But playing in the middle of this field as a free safety, I think he's the best eraser in the NFL. Takes care of any mistakes that happen in front of him and hardly ever lets anything get over his head.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch tight end. Key the tight end.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Cooper's got it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 50. Check 50.
Now Elliott. And some nifty running there. Ultimately doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
We want it. Come to my work.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Dallas.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
He was brought down by Patrick Onwuasor. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Ravens' 49-yard line.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Well, that's one where he's probably looking at his offensive line and saying, fellas, at least give me a second to catch it and move somewhere.
Yeah, sometimes you see guys get upset after those types of plays, but the best ones, they shrug off the mistakes of their offensive linemen and keep working with them. They want to see you have some toughness, take the hit, and come back stronger the next play.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Prescott now. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for them and shot for them. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. He'll buy some time right. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
This is Ingram. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. The playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down.
Mike 54.
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 22 and a 1st down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Ingram. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
DeMarcus Lawrence on the stop. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
60 out low. Right there. 54 Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of Central Casting, frankly.
Absolutely. He's got
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
On 3rd down, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Snead, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Jackson from the shotgun. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Miles Boykin there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. A 10-play drive that time, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field.
Personal foul.
I'm not sure what this is about.
Defense.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Toss left to Elliott. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down.
Go, tackle, let's go. We got this. We got this.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
First down, Cowboys.
Here we go. 48 right now. Let's go. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day on offense.
A first down throw for Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Jason Vick, incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Now Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To the air again, Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
You don't want no problem from me.
So on now is Kai Forbath. If you're wondering, he's hit from as far as 57. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. Keep running. Keep running. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Ingram. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Anytime you hear the term an explosive run, most teams I know define that as any run over 10 yards, and they got that and more. How about a lot of credit for the big guys up front? That offensive line firing out, creating plenty of space, and a big run ensued.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
And so let's start talking about all-time records, because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence, or maybe he starts a new streak now, because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play. But Mark Brunell, when he was at Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy's on fire.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Jackson now. Only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Cowboys' 23-yard line.
Set, ready. Took to Pittsburgh. Watching you find. Better bring it. You better.
Draw play. Ingram now. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Jackson steps away. He may try and run for this. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the 1st down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Sometimes it looks pretty simple, batting the ball away, but oftentimes there's some pretty good teaching and practice that goes into it. Being able to get to the receiver, not interfere, and get his hands through the football and knock it away.
Throwing is Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So put 3 on the board, but from that far into enemy territory, probably hoping for more.
Yeah, I think they're going to get together on the sideline and talk about it, right? Because you get that far, that deep, you want to come away with a touchdown. They'll take the 3, but they're going to file it away for the future.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's a safety blitz and a sack for Earl Thomas.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion.
Complete to Randall Cobb. It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Prescott from the gun. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. He only has a single solo carry, 1. Numero uno, 2nd quarter. They need to get him the ball more, don't they?
I'm not the greatest statistician in the world.
Yeah, you are.
But a back like that with only 1 carry kind of takes me back to college in the classroom. Not enough evidence to declare what you should do the rest of the game. Give him the ball some more and find out.
Will they incorporate him? We'll find out. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Jackson to throw, and this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Gotta love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Austin. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. It's an end around. Tavon Austin. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
But not a big gain with that play. But what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the 2nd half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Jackson now. They go screen. This is Ingram. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
4 down.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this 3rd quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Patrick Owasor. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. A pickup of 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on third down.
He was brought down by Brandon Carr. A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Tough sequence there for the offensive line.
Well, it gives us a chance to shine a little spotlight on the defensive linemen, on the defensive tackles. They don't normally get a bunch of praise, but it all starts there, doesn't it? If you're going to have a good run defense, they have to hold the point of attack and make plays as they just did there.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Watch the run. They're running it. Take off.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 81 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the second time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Big stop, let's go.
Draw play, Elliott. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott rolling to, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets them back for 2nd down.
It'd be real interesting to take a look at this play later because on this pitch toss play, I get the sense that he just followed the pulling guard or the pulling offensive lineman through that hole and spilled this play early.
Yeah, because he didn't even get to the outer third of the field. He was tackled in the middle third.
Yeah, when you're talking about a pitch or a toss tackled there, That means they read it fast and diagnosed it and knocked them down in a hurry.
Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 14.
Ready? Hey, come on. Mike, 5-4. Let's go one more.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brown. He's got him in, complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big play that time for the Ravens. 47 yards.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, have the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Ingram. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 33-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Really nice pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and short. And you figure, let's go ahead and run it again. But, boy, that outcome leaves you in a difficult 3rd down, doesn't it?
Didn't stand a chance from the start. You could tell they were going in the wrong direction.
Check 55, Mike.
In your face.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He finds Roberts, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. And a 20th carry now for Ingram. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. 15 on it. 15 on it. 55 to Mike. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. 55's Mike, guys. Here we go.
On 2nd and 9. Jackson rolling to his right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. A former first-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They run the counter. It's Elliott. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Do you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
You better be afraid of me.
Prescott. He's going to get this to Austin, complete. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. Returnable for Thomas. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And the Ravens taking the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Jackson now off the bootleg. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Jackson from the shotgun. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Out to Roberts here on the quick pass. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Crunch time, defense.
And Jackson throwing once more. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Check 3, check.
On the counter, Ingram. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
Set, ready. 54. 60 Pittsburgh. 54 Mike. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up. Set, hut. Mike 5.
Ingram again. And a short gain here down to the 22. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Watch the sled, watch the sled.
From the gun, Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a 1st down.
Let's go, D.
Set, go.
On 1st down, Ingram. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. Snead's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Brown, the lone receiver, left.
54. I hope you got your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Cut up. 54 Mike.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Patrick Owasor picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Ravens 31, Cowboys nothing.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing. Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
1st down, Cowboys.
Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Prescott now. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To throw is Prescott. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
Check, 48's the mic. Pick it up, guys, pick it up.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Cowboys.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Prescott to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to keep it here. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here we go. 188. Don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Hey, 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 hey. 26.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
They'll try again with Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Prescott from the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Kai Forbath on for the extra point. And he's got it as the score is now 31-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Don't get nervous. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ingram, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go. 15 on it. 15 on it.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
On third down, Ingram. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific so far. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, first and 10. Now Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Dallas.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. It's caught, Cooper. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. To throw again on second down. Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. And again, it's Prescott on the move to his left. He may try and run for this. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
We have so many different terms for third down, third and short, third and long, third and manageable. How about third and medium? Because that's what this one was. The defense looked like they had him hemmed in, but he gets away, evades the rush, and picks up just enough for the first down.
Check 48's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run.
A first down throw for Prescott. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 48-yard line.
Fix the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 26.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play and maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulders down and get that, you get the respect of the big guys up front.
He'll try and run it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him. So I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
40 years ago. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Dallas.
Watch. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Prescott on first down. And he finds Austin complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
First down, Cowboys.
Prescott going to come up first and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. From the red zone now, Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And now he's going to use his legs. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4.
Offense.
And this looks like it's going to be holding. Lael Collins of LSU is the guilty party. They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Now Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Well, that turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
Jones brought him down. 1-yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Go to base. Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ingram. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
The tackle made by Jalen Smith. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Let's go now.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered. And then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
They'll keep it on the ground. Ingram. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.